Hello YouTube, my work sharpener broke down on me. The motor still runs. Kind of nasty. Okay. This comes off. This is meant to change any angle you want. You know, you can change angles on it. So it actually comes all the way off. So there's nothing wrong with the motor. What is wrong is this wheel in here broke. It broke in half. So what we have to do is we have to take this off. Got to take these nuts out. Take this bolt out for sure to try to get down to this wheel. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're having trouble with lighting. This camera doesn't like that bright light. It'll actually dim it way down. These hold that piece on there if you'd seen it earlier, a few seconds ago. Now, we got to figure out, I'm assuming, boy, it just shredded the belt. The belt was just shredding plastic out. I mean, it was, you could see where it was melting out. It just locked up. It must have split and grabbed this pin, or it grabbed something. So, we're going to take this off and see what we can do. We don't know if we can super glue it. We don't know if our super glue is any good. So, we won't do it on camera. We'll get it off there and then we'll tell you how it come off. Nice to have tools like this. My Allen wrenches. This is my homemade little socket driver with my 10mm deep well cheapy sockets there. Okay, let's pause again and then we'll see if we can get this plastic piece off this bearing. Okay, we'll try this. We can't have that thing keep shattering. Okay, this is broke in two places. I had it sitting here just right. Here we go. This is broken two places. Okay, but it goes around this bearing. So you know it's locked on the bearing. So we're probably going to epoxy it on there and not worry about the crack. Trying to super glue that, I don't think it's going to work. I think the trick is going to be to epoxy it on that bearing. But we need to get this out of here, so we're going to use a drift punch. I don't think I can use a bench block. Not today. I don't have a hole as big as the bearing, so we're going to probably go over to the vise and do it real carefully. Because we have to get this out. We know it's flush, just remember that. So we're going to carefully try to drive this out. The whole thing is going to be is just try to epoxy this on there. Maybe do some sanding on the crack. I don't know whether to put the bad part out here or the bad part inside. I'm thinking about putting the bad part inside, because see that groove down in there? That'd be a lot better for the belt. But then again, see that these things right here, I can't. So I just answered that question. So we'll bring you back when we get this out and we can fit this on here and see whether we think we can glue this all together or not. Either way, we're still going to post a video whether it's a fail or not. So stay tuned. Okay, we pulled this apart a little more. The only way we could think of doing this, we're going to clean this all with rubbing alcohol. It's going to be clean and sterile. Is to get this in here. I got to look around the camera. Is to get this in here, which, well, so I just broke it. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean. Because it was cracked in more than one spot. I just finished cracking it. Is to get it in there. Here. Go like that. Is get it in here, right? And then put the epoxy down on there. And just don't get it on the part where that spins. So we might put some tape on there. On both sides. Because that's drove in there. That's drove in there. So we're going to clean all this up with rubbing alcohol. And we're just going to use our just 5-minute epoxy. But we want it all disinfected, cleaned. Epoxy does not stick to plastic real well. Now, what we may do is we may plastic weld the cracks with my soldering iron and then smooth them off with some sandpaper. So whatever we do, we'll be back once it's repaired. It might be an hour or so me doing this, cleaning it up, getting everything ready, let the epoxy cure and all that good stuff. It's not very warm in here. It's like 2 degrees above zero outside, and it's only like 60 in here. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. It is a little like about 20 after 11, so I've been in and out of the house, coming out or putting wood in the stove every hour. So it's cold out, but we're inside where it's nice. So we shall return once this is epoxied, and we'll tell you if we decided to plastic weld that, just for more rigidity. I don't have any plastic to match it, so what I'll do is, I'll just do my best to meld it together. So stay tuned. Okay, always say, take a deep breath. See how I marked them? 1.1.2, 2.2, 3.3. That's how they go together on a flat surface. They're clean with alcohol. Now we're gonna find a way to put some tape or something over here so we don't get epoxy down the bearing, because it is a seal bearing with a black plastic seal. We just don't want to get it in the moving part of the bearing. So stay tuned for more. Okay, we got this epoxy and we're holding it in our hand, and it does feel warm, but we're keeping more heat in it. So it's about room temperature out here right now, but we'll peel the tape out of there later. Okay, we added even more epoxy in there. When we're done, we'll just take our Dremel and we'll Dremel down through the epoxy and the tape so it's clear where the bearing has to spin. Said epoxy does not really hold plastic, so we haven't decided if we're going to try to grind a little groove in there and fill it full of super glue, and that don't hold on plastic the greatest either, or try to plastic weld it. We may just go with it and see what happens. I know we have a habit of getting too close. There we go. We're going to let this cure. This is going to take a few hours, so stand by. We'll be back. Okay, we dug the tape out of it. We did have to take one of our little milling type bits. They got like flutes on them. They're not diamond. And grind around there to get some of the epoxy out of the way and get the tape out. This side's messier, but it spins. This bearing's pretty junky. It feels clunky when you spin it. We also took the razor blade and cut through the plastic there and made a line. Not real deep, but deep enough. And then filled that full of super glue, because I think that would hold the plastic together better than the epoxy will, because epoxy does not like sticking to plastic. We smooth the sides, especially the back, because the way that goes inside of here, see how far it goes down in there where the bearing hits. See them 3 legs right there? We might just grind them out of the way instead of grinding this out of the way. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to grind those out of the way. So, back to doing that. We'll stick it together. Next time we come back, it'll either be running or it won't be. Okay, the moment of truth. I feel like I should have a drum roll. Here we go. Let's just lock it on. I've only tested like 3 times for like 5 seconds, so let's let it run. I'll hold like that. That was flushed before. There you go. I looked this up on Amazon during my break, and the ones they have now do not look like this at all. You can go look. The plastic's even weird. It's got like a swirly plastic, and it's like raised. They're not like this one. I got this 4 years ago. I think it was like January 2016, so it's a little over 4 years. Said this motor squealed. I should have sent it back for that reason. I just kept putting the oil down in it. I'd take the thing off. Here, you know what I mean. There. I'd take it off and I'd put oil down in there. How nasty that sounds. Listen to this. My battery's coming. I don't want you to hear this. Listen. But 4 years, I'm not going to complain. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll leave you a couple of pictures. I mean, I was kind of busy. I wasn't taking too many pictures of it, but thanks for watching.